Hey guys, this is Statton. Hello everyone, welcome to another story time with Statton. Now, today's story involves something that I had just remembered, and it was inspired from a conversation that I had with someone the other day. And it made me think of Discord and my experiences with it in the past. There are things that I truly treasure about with some of the people I've met on there. I've met some pretty great friends now, and we've had a lot of fun. For me, the memories are fond. I hope they're fond for all of them. The But back then, Discord was a different place than what it is today. I hope it can get back to the way it used to be. My What I mean by that is there are things that we Discord used to actually be more active than what it is now. And I'm not just talking about my server either. I'm talking about all the servers. Back when I was first introduced to Discord by my friend Lil, and I was brought into it, it was literally teeming with life and activity. The servers had a bunch of people on there, and they chat throughout the day and night. It was truly a wonderful place to be in because of how friendly they were. Now, they weren't all friendly. I mean, met some unpleasant people too, I will admit. But that doesn't take away from the good people that I've met. There are also other things that used to be able to do on Discord that involved the bots and everything. Like they used to have music bots. Now maybe they still do, and I haven't found the right one, but a lot of them have been cracking down because of the music being copyrighted, and so either the bots just stopped working altogether, or they've been taking the bots away. I'm not entirely sure what's happening detail wise. I hope someday to find a music bot that plays music for so I can recreate a channel I used to have on my Discord server where people could listen to music live as a group. Now, but the one thing I used to do and I all this is leading up to the main story here. Uh all of you are familiar with Beauty Gamer. Well, the funny thing is I used to mess with her all the time back when everyone was more active. Now she lives in a different time zone than I do because I'm an American, she is Scottish, and she's about 5 hours ahead of me. So I would notice that back when Lil had a server, that she also had a channel in her server where we could listen to music. When I'd get up in the morning, get ready for work, I would hop in to check on everybody in her server, and this was before I had my own. And the thing is she, Beauty Gamer herself, would be in that channel listening to music. This is something if I remember correctly, she did while she worked. And the thing is how the bots would work is you would go in, make a playlist of songs that you wanted to listen to, and they would be queued to listen to in the exact order you lay them out in. And you could step into that room and hear the music with her. Well, since she did it while she was working, that meant her attention wasn't on Discord. So that's when I would mess with her. I would pray Discord would not notify her of what I was doing. So I would slip it, and she would listen to songs like don't know all of them, but they they are the if you're familiar with Evanescence and all that, it'd be similar. She'd listen to music that's similar to that at least, and but it's not just limited to that. She had a huge variety, but you get the idea of where I'm going with this now. So I would slip in, then I would use the bot and I would select a children's song and once it would be added to the queue, I would then reorder the queue so it would be the very next song to pop up right after the current song that's playing would be done, and then I would slide out. Now, I prayed the whole time that she was not looking at Discord while that happened, and that Discord didn't notify her. One second here while I do the dungeon finder. Anyways, so then after that, I would pretty much wait. I would go ahead, take a shower, get ready for work. Then, as soon as my phone went off with a notification, I already knew who it was. It was Beauty Gamer. And the next thing I'd see in that room in text would be stat in all caps, followed by three exclamation marks. She so just imagine that you're listening to music like what I just listed off, like which could be Evanescence, Bowling for Soup, whatnot. Then the very next song you hear is like "Old MacDonald had a farm," or Barney's "I Love You, You Love Me." Anyways, I just those were the golden days of Discord. That was back when Discord people were more active on Discord. People were actually interacting with each other. Now, do they still are the servers somewhat active? Yes. Nowhere near as active as they used to be, I'm not going to lie. Almost every server I've become a part of, which used to be active, is now pretty much dead. Not completely dead, but not that far from it. And I'm not gonna lie, my server is in a similar state. Now, there are some of my friends that have considered deactivating their servers and getting rid of them just because, well, there's not that much in terms of activity. Now, I told them that they gotta do what makes them happy, but I myself will not deactivate my server because my server was created to be a home, and I have a hope that someday uh, things will become more active again. But the fact of the matter is, I have memories like that. Will things ever go back to that way? I don't know. I can't. I couldn't honestly tell you. I hope so. But and I guess what stirred all this up is this this new friend of mine who I was talking to, and the conversation that we had inspired the story that I wanted to talk about, which was how Discord was full of life. How I even pulled jokes on people, including Beauty Gamer. Heck, there were even times since I'm the owner, I'd mess with people by changing their names. I'd change them back afterwards. I never did it out of malice. It would just be to mess with them. Anyways, my friend who had just joined my server was acting like they were treading cautiously at first. They didn't say it out loud. But hold on a second. I gotta get away from the chatter here. Okay. Now the fact of the matter is, they were treading cautiously, like they were afraid of talking too much. And I'm thinking to myself, talking too much? They were afraid of clogging up the chat with some of the things they wanted to say. Now, to me, that took me by surprise because the whole point of Discord is the chat. They also acted like that they were confused, like they weren't sure what my server was about. Like, what were we supposed to put into the server? What were we supposed to talk about? And the fact of the matter is, anything. It's a group chat. Think that you're supposed to do multiple things in. My server's supposed to be a home, but then I stopped and to think about it. I met this friend on a different Discord server, and I realized by actually paying attention to that server and a bunch of the other Discord servers, some of them are specific servers, which means there are things that or themes or subjects that those servers are fully dedicated to, and you have to talk about those subjects, and you really shouldn't be talking about anything else. And there's nothing wrong with those servers, but it made sense to me as to why at first she was treading cautiously. So I was like, no, just relax. This is your home now. We're all allowed to talk about anything we want. And things have been somewhat becoming more active, slowly, but they're becoming more active. I hope it stays that way. Uh, is it like the way it was before? No, not even close. And I guess about Beauty Gamer and how I would mess with her, and I would even mess with Lil. I'd even mess with Ark. It just, I know things change. I know sometimes things come and go. I I just realized I don't want Discord to be one of the things that goes. Because while I do have some great people I've met in real life, I have some great people online whom I've met, and it just dawned on me. Oh, hold on, say I'm trapped. Did I? Anyways, oh, okay. Anyways, I met some great people online. I don't want to lose them. And I realize people need to be able to vent when they need to. They need to be able to talk. They need to be able to socialize with one another and not be bound to specifics. Like, yeah, I will admit, Statton's Mansion, which is the name of my server, is connected to my YouTube channel. So yeah, it is a gaming slash YouTube server, but I don't limit it to that. I want everyone. I got well. I got a room where people can post art stuff. I've got a support room where people can vent about their troubles. And I just realized there, not every Discord server does that, and that's nothing wrong. I'm not speaking bad about the other servers. But I think if people could feel close to each other again, get to know each other on a friendship level, regardless if you'll ever meet in real life or not, regardless if you ever know each other's real names or not, you don't need to know their real names. You don't need to meet them in real life in order to really care about them. We're supposed to be around for each other. That's the point of my server. And no matter how long my server remains in this somewhat dormant state. I'm not going to get rid of it. I won't. I want all of you to feel like you can come in anytime you want. And post about things that you want. Share videos, share content, share pictures, share works of art. Talk about many different subjects, both fun and serious. And realize that we have each other. That you have people, that you have friends that care about you, and people that are in your corner, and just because they're not with you face to face in real life doesn't mean that they don't care. So while this story was particularly short and had more of a explanation and everything, I'm glad that I had a chance to tell it. Anyways, that'll be the end of the story. My name is Statton. Like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.